many women, we were taught to focus more on becoming desirable than becoming financially powerful. And listen, this is not a conversation about women don't need men, but this conversation is about women needing to prioritize financial stability, period. I have been thinking so much about the current economy and how so many successful Black women are feeling financially uncomfortable right now. Now, let me be clear. I don't mean financially struggling. I'm talking about women with degrees, careers, businesses, good salaries, beautiful homes and apartments, nice vacations, luxury skincare, Sunday brunches with girlfriends, the whole nine. I mean, women who technically look like they're doing well, but behind the scenes, this economy has a lot of people feeling a little exposed. And I don't think we're talking about it honestly enough, especially Black women. So in this video, I want to talk about it. If you're new to my channel, hey girl, hey. I'm Malika, a stock market investor and a money coach. I was a single mom on welfare for almost 10 years, but I learned how to invest in the stock market, and I built a portfolio that prepared me to retire early at 47. So if you enjoy content about investing in the stock market and financial freedom, subscribe to my channel. Welcome. For most of our lives, we have heard get educated, earn a degree, multiple degrees if you can, work hard, build a career, be ambitious and accomplished, and strive to achieve the Black excellence, right? And many of us, we did that. We did exactly that. But I think at some point, a lot of women started realizing that career and business success and financial stability are not automatically the same thing. And if you haven't realized it yet, you're probably starting to realize it now. And that realization will humble you because a lot of women make good money, but don't feel stable. You can earn six figures and still feel the financial pressure every single month. You can be highly educated, have the bachelor's degree, the master's degree, and the Juris Doctorate degree, and still not have a real wealth building strategy. You can look successful online and still feel anxious every single time an unexpected expense pops up. You can have a beautiful lifestyle that looks good on paper and that looks good to others, but still have no financial breathing room. And I think that's the part that nobody wants to say out loud because there's a certain image that a lot of professional women feel pressure to maintain, especially on social media, where it's all about the aesthetic. Everything is curated. Everybody is traveling the world. Everybody is practicing self-care. Everyone is living the soft life. Meanwhile, child, groceries cost $500. Rent is increasing. Home ownership feels further and further away. And one emergency can throw off your entire month. But you're working hard and you're making good money. But being the strong one and burnt out is expensive. Then you realize this current economy is changing the rules. So that's why I said Black women need to stop treating wealth like a side conversation. Because while you were achieving those degrees and doing well in your career or your business and making the money, somewhere along the way, building wealth became secondary to achievement. We became so achievement focused with the degrees, the titles, the career milestones, the accomplishments, the visibility. But what about your wealth? What about investing, whether that's investing in the stock market like I did or investing in real estate? What about ownership, actual ownership, your financial infrastructure, your long-term stability? For many women, that conversation stays in the background. And let me be honest. I guess it kind of makes sense because most of us, Black women specifically, we have been building while surviving at the same time, trying to establish ourselves, trying to help family, trying to raise the kids, and enjoy some semblance of life after working so hard. We are trying to experience some softness after years and years of stress. We're trying to finally buy nice things after settling for the basics for so long. So I get it. I get it. I promise you, I get it. This is not judgment. But I do think this moment in this current economy under this administration is forcing a lot of Black women to reassess what success and stability really means. Because a high income alone is not enough to be secure, at least not long term. And you know these jobs ain't guaranteed. And I also think many women, we were taught to focus more on becoming desirable than becoming financially powerful. And listen, this is not about Black women being masculine or doing things that men do. And I'm most certainly not anti-relationship. This is not a conversation about women don't need men. That's not what I'm saying at all. But this conversation is about women needing to prioritize financial stability, period. But let's be real. A man is not going to save you. I know there are entire industries centered around women attracting a man, striving to achieve unrealistic beauty standards, performing and competing against other women to win a man, and manifesting relationships. But where are the conversations around building wealth? Where are the conversations around investing? When do we talk about ownership, cash flow, long-term financial planning? Those conversations are often treated like side topics or something optional, like something you can worry about later on, as if it's not an essential need. Like, oh, I'll get to that later. But financial stability impacts literally every area of your life. It impacts your stress levels. It impacts your ability to rest. It impacts the standards that you can have. It impacts the options that you have to choose from. And let's be honest, it impacts your relationships too. It impacts your ability to leave dangerous situations. It impacts your future, your children, your home life, and your freedom. Money touches everything. And I think women need to realize that your financial stability is actually the highest level of a soft life. It's not about the aesthetics or the luxury branding. It's not a curated life online. It's actual peace. The kind where your nervous system is regulated because you have created a life that is stable. And that's different than career success or looking successful on paper or looking successful to other people. Having peace in your life because you are financially stable, that's a different type of success. Aren't you exhausted from trying to maintain a lifestyle that looks good but doesn't feel secure? Because of this current economy. So I only see it getting worse and worse. But because of that, I want to do a series so we can have several conversations that recenter our financial stability where it belongs. It's the foundation of everything in our lives. So I'm going to initiate the conversation, and let's call it the Summer Wealth Reset. We're not going to do struggle content. Girl, I'm struggling. Girl, I can't make it. I can't pay my bills. I lost my job. It's not going to be that type of content. And it's also not going to be shame content. You shouldn't be spending money on this and you shouldn't be buying that. That's not my style either. But it will be raw. It will be honest because at the end of the day, I want to help you recalibrate. I want to help you refocus on your finances so that you can establish true financial stability. And I think this is a perfect time for women to step back and ask yourself, what creates financial stability for you right now? What actually builds wealth long term? What are you willing to do to create real financial freedom? What parts of your lifestyle are genuinely supportive to you? And what parts are just performance to impress other people? What would it look like to become financially prepared for uncertainties that are inevitable in life? What would it feel like to be financially at peace? In this series, I think it will be a good idea for us to talk about money management, emotional spending. I told you it's going to be real and raw. There will be no shame or judgment, but I'm going to be honest. And I want you to be honest with yourself too. We're also going to talk about lifestyle inflation. We're going to talk about financial organization. And y'all know my favorite topic. We're definitely going to talk about investing in the stock market, investing that creates ownership, that builds assets, that builds wealth, and ultimately redefining success in a way that's not performative, that's not for show, but creates real financial stability. And I'm talking about the sustainable long-term financial stability because financial stress doesn't always look like financial struggle. And we need to have that honest conversation too. If you have other ideas or other topics that you would like to talk about during this Summer Wealth Reset series, leave a comment or ask a question and let me know because I'm serious, ladies. We need to stop making wealth a side conversation. We need to center it where it belongs. So, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and join the conversation for our Summer Wealth Reset. And until next time, bye for now.